Well, hello again, everyone, and I hope you're having a magical day. Had a new topic for today, and it will be coming up in one of the upcoming books, and it's The Magic of Innovations. And I laughed because this is twofold for me, and the entire reason that the name itself sparks everything for me is honestly where the topic is going to land. So let me start with it. So, a lot of times we all get pre programmed growing up as to, what we have to be doing, sports or dance, music, math, whatever it is. We're kind of put in this little niche area of what our family basically thinks that we're supposed to be. For me, personally, Magic Mo growing up, it was Mo Sports. And I was Mo All Star Softball. I was at 8 years old, second for the entire city of Philadelphia in the backstroke. And it uh, it just became then I was Mo Sports. Gymnast, track, you named it, I did it. Now, what I will tell you is you do find out rather quickly which sports you're not good at. So it was kind of okay with me that there were some sports that weren't up, my alley. So if you ever want to have a conversation with me about both soccer and basketball, I would be happy to share all of the funny and intimate details of those excursions. But I digress. So, the magic of innovation is the figuring out of yourself. And I sat down today realizing as I was working through changing out account names and, doing certain things online, and I came up with one that I like to use. And it wasn't available. And then another one wasn't available. It wasn't available. And the one that I wanted truly, which was the topic of this conversation, was, magic innovation or magic innovations, I should say. And this stems from my early years of being nothing but Mo Sports to transferring into percussion into my high school years. And in the high school years where I played drums at, our drum line was referred to as innovations. And it was a blast. And I worked very hard at that. And anyone that was, in the drum line with me or even noticing anything, that were people that were friends of mine, things of that nature, know how hard I worked. I pretty much put that before my studies. A lot of my studies came easy, so I didn't have to worry too much about that. But that I really worked for. And sometimes the struggle is real, but it's just worth it because you're just going out of your way to prove that you've got this if you want it. If you want it. So you're creating a new innovation, for your own wealth and your own surroundings and your own well-being, whatever you're after here in this focus of topic. So definitely took an awful lot of work, and I think a lot of people like to shy away from a lot of work, which I don't discredit them for that. I mean, nobody really wants to be all day, every day working. I think what you're doing for yourself to be bettering yourself and to just be living the kind of lifestyle you want, I encourage that for everyone. That is what you should be doing. But anytime you want to plus something just because that's what you want to do, don't let anyone deter you from, riding the train of innovation, because you can do whatever you want to do and what you want to apply to. And I've found a lot of friends, most of which are older than myself, but there are some that are younger, but they get held back on inventing themselves and coming up with their innovation because they're just listening to the outside factors, people that they feel that they're supposed to value, when the value has to come from within. And this isn't me trying to say that you shouldn't value people in your exterior. I mean, everyone's in your exterior. The only interior that you have is you. That's bottom line. But you should value them at face value. And that's not to say that what they have to bring to the table isn't worth anything, because it is. It's you deciding what to accept, and you making out of that what it's meant to be for you, yourself. And only you are going to know that. So the magic of innovation, there's some severe power behind that, because I'll tell you, the look on my all-star sports face when I did softball, the coach was just not at all too happy. Not at all. Which, it is what it is, but I chose a different path for myself. And, well, she's my all-star pitcher. Yeah, well, I know that, but, I've been working with Maria. She'll be okay. You got this. So it's just a choice that you have to make if you want to, continue on the same path, or you want to go a different path. But don't let anyone else dictate what that path is for you. Do it for you and you alone, and do it because you know that it's going to make you happy, that you're feeling happiness with making that decision, that I'm not going to continue doing what I'm doing because I'm not happy and I feel like it's affecting everything else in my everyday. So I can't continue doing this. I'm stressed out. I'm not happy with myself, and then I'm taking it out on others. So I say, if you want to take the leap and go and do something else, I understand being thoughtful if you're in a committed relationship and everything. I do feel that it's fair just to talk that out with whoever you're with, but express that I'm not going to be happy until I do this, and at least give it a try, which means that we won't be happy. And that's rough to say sometimes, but it's at least being honest that you're not going to be happy, and then the relationship's not going to be at its ideal. And you always want every intimate relationship that you have, your spouse, significant other, family, friends, you want that to be rock solid, and you want that to be the happiest that it can be. And if you're not at your happiest, then it won't be. So being honest in that fashion, I think, is very healthy. And I think the other party, if they're as valued as you hold them to, then they should appreciate that. So with that being said, continue on your innovations, and I hope that you have a magical day, and please let me know in the comments what you think, and any thoughts for upcoming episodes that you'd like to hear me talk about, or, just please feel free to visit the web links that are posted below, and make sure to, get the book too if you're enjoying this, because the book will definitely give you more intimate insight into certain aspects just like this. And there are more books on the way, so stay tuned for that as well. So thank you for listening. Hope you're having a magical day, and I'll talk to you real soon.